ready to take the most exciting gifting activity. How about you, Angela? Sorry.
Hi. Well, I'm already taking part in the world's most gifting, exciting activity, so I'm super amped about that. Oh, yay! How does it get better?
Exactly. So I'm very excited to be on this call with Angela tonight. I met Angela a year ago. It's almost our friendversary. We met around the 24th of January last year when we joined the precursor program. And we became close when I was doing calls and Angela was always on them. And then one day she was like, if you want me to take over one night for you, I'm happy to do that. So I handed over to her and we've become such good friends since then that when we actually met for the first time with a whole lot of leaders that got together, everybody thought that we'd been like best friends for life. So, not only have I received an abundance in a financial way, but the friendships that I have, and they are so authentic, they are so real, and they run so deep. So, you get so much more than just a gift in abundance of finances. I've really found a family and a beautiful family here that I'm happy to call my tribe. And people that I resonate on such a high level with are here. So I just want to honor everybody for being here tonight and just honor all of you for being on this journey with us.
Amazing. I mean, Candz, like when I joined, I didn't feel like I needed more friends or anything. It wasn't like I felt like my world was plenty. I was just really there to help a friend who I thought was doing something that was probably questionable, but I'm just going to go and check it out and support him either way. And then was kind of like, oh, well, okay, well, they look quite sweet, man. Maybe I must, $100. When I spoke to my two friends, the one said, well, that's a night out. Well, that's a night of tequila for me, was Janine's words. And Petra, who then, is also part of our presenters team, said, no, well, let's go see what happens with you. I couldn't have imagined in my wildest dreams that my sacred yes would turn into truly the most beautiful friendships. And it opens up a world that you never knew existed. If I look at what my life looked like then, which was fabulous, to what it is now, I'm like, how does it get better than this? And I'm so super grateful. Deb's big heart. I mean, it's just, it's not something you can imagine. It's not something you can, you just have to experience it for yourself. Other than the money, of course, the gifts. Let's not forget about that. The fact that I'd have, since I joined in January, I had gifts every single month that helped me last year during lockdown. I mean, look, let's not be kidding. Some people come here straight first for that. You just don't know what else you get.
And what's so beautiful is now we can actually just hop on a plane and go visit each other. Whereas in the last 5 months, we were a little bit strapped with the means to do those kinds of things. But look out, world, here we come.
Yeah, and now we play in all kinds of spaces outside of Gift of Legacy together. So these aren't friendships that are only then contained to this space. You never know what saying yes to a possibility can create in your life. And I'm just so excited to see where else this is going to go. Like, it really is what else is possible.
So today we are 1 week and 1 day old, and we've challenged the boys. What we've done is we've just slightly changed the format of the way that we do things. So we are aiming to do a 30-minute presentation and then focus the rest of the love on the community. So today what we're going to do afterwards is we're just going to bring back a little bit of the magic and the ethos, and just remind you of your why we are here and why we decided to be part of a beautiful gifting and sacred economy.
Yes, absolutely.
Alrighty, so should we get started?
Let's do this, baby. Let's do this. My
Okay,
iFly.
I've turned off the chat so that everybody that's on this call can just have eyes on us. Now let's find it. There we go.
A beautiful new presentation. For those of you who are here for the first time tonight, I'm Angela. This is Candz, my co-host, co-pilot tonight. Candz is well, I can't say ex-hairstylist, because I mean, people still drag you in to do it anytime that they get a chance. You can't escape your talent. and I come from, you know, a world as a professional actress, singer, and businesswoman. So between the two of us, we've, you know, Candz has run businesses. We've been around. And so when we look at opportunities that come our way, we come from a space of us both being open to possibilities, but also having business minds and looking at things with a critical eye as well. That's why it took both of us a little bit of time when we saw this to kind of really understand it. So if you're here for the first time tonight, if this is your first introduction to a gifting activity and a gifting community, sit back, relax, enjoy, and don't feel like you need to make a decision by the end of this call. You come back tomorrow night, and we're going to get into that a little bit more, but I want to just welcome you. Welcome to Gift of Legacy. We are a gifting activity that is creating abundance around the world. It is coloring our worlds. I mean, I thought, you know, in light of that, I'd wear my brightest yellow top that I could possibly find. And you are here by invitation. You can only be here by invitation. So the person who invited you believes that this is something that might resonate for you, that this is something that might bring some more color and some more vibrance to your life. So welcome. What is Gift of Legacy? Let's share a little bit more about that. We are a gifting activity, as I said. Now, when I joined this community a year ago now, I had never heard of gifting activities before anywhere. And so it was really quite a thing for me to get my mind around. I only associated any alternative ways of making money in the negative, that any of those opportunities would be something that required me to pester my friends or lose a lot of money, or it would be illegal, or, you know, everything that falls into those categories that, you know, pyramids, Ponzi's, like all the P's, everything with a P came to mind, because I had not been exposed to what a gifting activity was before. So step out of the paradigm, you know, and just be open to whatever this might resonate for you. So we have and in fact, when I got introduced to our precursor, I was introduced to other gifting activities before as well. The one that appealed to me was the one that had the algorithm. That was this community. And now we have the algorithm. It is this incredible thing that basically all it does is direct how our gifts get shared across the globe, where they need to go and who they need to go to. There's no middleman. It's just something that we use to ride the boards of abundance. And yes, it is a well-kept secret. As I said, I didn't know about it, but millions of people around the world do know about it and have been benefiting from gifting activities for centuries already. So if you're ready, I'm ready to unpack this a little bit more for you. Who's it for? Well, I believe everybody, of course, because who couldn't do with some extra gifts in the form of finance in this case, and also a community of beautiful people in this world where we've been so isolated for the last 2 years. So I want to ask you a few questions. Do you believe in sowing and reaping? Do you believe in give and you shall receive? In blessing someone that you don't even know? I love that. Taking control of your life, becoming the CFO of your own life, and helping others to succeed in life. Our community is crawling with people who live by this. This is why we give our sacred yes you will find that people who join you are very often saying, oh my gosh, yes, I want to change the world. I want to do this. I want to have impact. If only I had the money to do that, or the funds to do that, or the means, or the community to do that. If you are one of these people, then you're in the right place at the right time. So let's get started on this journey with you. Candz is driving for me tonight, so I'm filling the gaps. What is Gift of Legacy? Well, as I said, it's the most exciting gifting activity. When I say it's going to change your life, that will sound like a cliche. Let me tell you something. If you get into it and you give it all you've got, it will truly change your life, and you will be able to help others at the same time. We are a global gifting activity. This gifting has blessed millions of people worldwide. It is peer-to-peer. Keep that in mind. It's coming up as I unpack this a bit. Inspired by sacred economy, decentralized, perpetual. Let's take a look at what these amazing words mean. Global gifting activity, a perpetual gifting economy, uplifting communities and yourself, and creating abundance. Let's talk about that. A global gifting activity that is perpetual. Here's the thing, like many of you will know of stokvels and things like that. How do they continue on forever? It's when people continue to give and receive. And that's exactly what we've got here. We've got a space that's been running for a community that's been going since 2009, who continue to give and receive from one another. And if we continue to do that, it becomes a perpetual cycle that will just carry on as long as we are around, and as long as we will this onto other people. It can last for a long, long time, based on sacred economics. Now, sacred economics, I was also super surprised to realize that in our precursor, there were like 700,000 participants around the world. As I said, it's been going since 2009. And this is based on the culture of Ubuntu, as we call it in South Africa. You know, my Asian community has got, every single culture has got a word that explains communities who come together to help one another. And yes, it traces back to the history of money and ancient gifting economics. But these are big words. What they're basically talking about is, we're in a community. I need to feed my family. You need to feed your family. But let's all put a little bit together, and then we can each benefit from this. You know, so it's communities who come together. We eat from the same pot. We're creating this huge, big global pot that we can all taste from and eat from and celebrate from. It's 100% legal, but it's been off the mainstream system for decades. So it might be new to you, and that's often when we sort of categorize it in categories it doesn't belong. Sacred economics, how beautiful is that? And yes, it has blessed millions. And the rate that our community is growing at, and has in the last week, while I look forward to next year this time saying bless billions. Because if we all do what we give our sacred yes to, the impact that we can have in this world, in our countries, in our own homes, in our own lives, is something exceptional. We're sharing wealth into the hands of the millions. Billions of dollars get shared every year. I remember Chris sharing this on one of the presentations, saying it was like $35 billion that moves around the globe annually in gifting communities. That was a staggering number for me. I really thought, oh, well, then, you know, it's probably, you know, a couple of people here, there, and everywhere that have heard about this. No, annually, monthly, weekly, even daily. And those of us who have been now since we've launched can tell you that there are gifts being received daily, and it's super exciting in this community. Thank you, Candz, for cleaning that screen up there. You know what it's doing? Yeah, we've got enough. It's bringing hope. It's bringing hope to people. There's so many people in this community, you know, teachers, nurses, people that are losing their jobs because of decisions that governments are making, that have hope because of what this gifting activity can do for them. So it's decentralized. This is the catch here. This is the thing you want to check out. There is no third party. There's no broker or trader involved in gift of legacy. And basically, when we gift one another, which I'm going to share with you a little bit more now, we do it directly. We are not paying a platform fee. We're not asking someone else to do it for us. Some people in our community have people doing that for them because maybe they don't have access to computers or whatever that might be. But it is an interactive website. It manages the movement of the boards in this gifting community. All you need is a computer, a smartphone. You need to kind of put yourself on WhatsApp and Telegram to be able to communicate with people these days. If you're not on there, you really need to. But that's all that it is, decentralized. As I mentioned, as I alluded to now, peer-to-peer. What is peer-to-peer? Well, when someone gifts you in this community and when you join the board, you don't gift it into a platform, into a company who pays you out at a certain time in the month. When you land on the board, the algorithm will let you know who you need to gift, another person. And that $100 that you're going to use to contribute into someone's life in our community, you will give 100% of that to someone else. So I would get hold of Candz and I'd be like, hi Candz, I'm Angela. I am the gifter on your bronze board. I'm so excited to be here. Where would you like to receive your gift? And Candz we'll have a conversation about that. And she will receive 100% of that gift. Not a commission, doesn't go anywhere else. No third party controlling any money. And there's no tokens on a platform that you are going to withdraw at some point in time later, which makes it 100% risk-free. The only risk that you have, I don't know, is the internet lines going down and you're delayed. Like that's pretty much all that it is, because that money lands right where you want it. Your mother's account, your grandmother's account, wherever you want it, animal rescue, wherever you choose to send your gift is where it goes. And this is the beautiful one here, perpetual, with that beautiful infinity symbol. It keeps on going. It's ongoing, non-stop. Passive income. We want to get to a point where we are in a space of receiving passive income so that we don't need to be working forever and ever and ever and then retiring and getting a minuscule pension and then panicking about what you're going to do for the rest of your life. This gives you the opportunity, the hope of perpetual gifting and receiving over and over and again for generations to come. You can will this on to someone else. How does it get better than that? Look at all those beautiful gifts. Gift of legacy, as we've said, is more than just a gifting activity. We like to say no one gets left behind, because if you join a board, we will travel with you and we will thrill and celebrate as you succeed and as you receive your gifts. I've never seen people more excited about other people getting money in my whole entire life. Like someone in your team will be like, I got $100. And everyone's like, that's amazing. Well done. I mean, you guys have been experiencing the thrill of it. It's just, the love is so spectacular. And we do this while we're looking after ourselves, we're supporting each other. Like that's exactly how we work. We gift from the heart. When you give to that legend on the board, which Candz is going to share with you, that is a gift from the heart. That 100% of your gift is being gifted into their lives. Then you move up a level and you get to share the love with those around you who you want to have journeying with you. Then you move on to the place where you're able to guide your team. You now know a little bit more about this. You kind of have more of a grasp of it, and you help the team and the people that have just joined. You help them along. And then you move to that legend position where you have your turn to receive. And that's where you start building your legacy. It is a super exciting space to be at right now. It's super simple. We are a community with the same goal. We want to change our lives, and we want to change the lives of the people in our community and in our communities and around the world. That's why we are here. And Candz is going to show you how this works, how we do this gifting and what this algorithm looks like. But as you look at all of this and you look at the numbers, that is the essence of what we do. We are gifting to look after ourselves and to make change in the world around us. Candz, will you take us through how we get started?
Sure. I'm so excited to tell everybody how to start, because Ange painted such a beautiful picture and now we put it into practicality. So that is what your board looks like. You will enter by gifting $100 into a self-perpetual system. This is the one and only time you will ever take money out of your own pocket. In a lot of platforms, they say that, and then once you start seeing some money generating, then they'll drop another carrot and go, okay, but you can do this and you can exit. And you just need to spend another $5,000 and then you'll get all of this. So it's not like that at all. When we say it's $100, that is really all you need to get started. And the gifting is, like Ange said, it's purely peer-to-peer. So 100% of all of these gifts are paid directly to you. So the website is actually just there to make sure that everybody can contact one another and to move you into your places. But then when you're actually getting hold of your legend and the gifter and the legend are talking, it goes offline onto WhatsApp, Telegram, email. We prefer Telegram because it's got a history and it's encrypted and it's just very, very easy to use. What we would recommend, very, very, very important before you get started, is make sure you have Wise. Wise is an app that you can put on your phone. It is like a little mini bank. And when you go in there, you can set up your USD account. And we make sure that we gift one another in dollars. And we recommend Wise. And we've tested a couple of the other ones out, but Wise is definitely the way to go. It's very easy to go from your US dollar account and then transfer your gifts into your own bank account wherever you are in the world. So that is our favorite and our preferred method. There's also things like World Remit and Revolut. A lot of the Europeans use that. Of course, if you're local, you can exchange banking details. And then there is the option of crypto. There are a lot of people that love crypto, but there are also a lot of people that are very new to the gifting space and even the crypto space. So very important to remember, it is an option, but it's not the only way. We have to give our community different options in order to gift. And there is no middleman or third party invited you, gave you a sacred invitation. And then when you join, you are going to place yourself on a board, or they could sign you up, and then you make contact with the legend. And that is how the gifts get exchanged. So if you are paying somebody to do this for you, or there's a service fee or a company that's saying that there's another way to do it, it's not official. And I would steer very clear of this. Just keep coming to the Zoom calls and do things the right way. So you will journey through 4 boards. This one is your bronze board. It's your $100 board. And when you start off as a gifter, you'll see that there's 8 gifters on each hemisphere, the right and the left. Then you've got your builders. You've got 2 builders on each side. And then you've got your guide on each side of the legend. So very exciting, because when you go from gifter to builder to guide and then legend, you will exit with, $800. So I want you to just focus on the orange circle in the next couple of slides, and that will explain your journey. What you'll do is you'll share gift of legacy with like-minded people who will in turn do the same. It's very important that we understand that we need like-minded and like-hearted people. So when we are saying just bring 2, we don't mean put your granny and your dog in and those are your 2 people, because we need those people to make babies of more people. So please make sure that you bring like-minded and like-hearted people in that understand the value of bringing 2 that can bring 2 that can bring 2. There are 4 boards, a $100 board, a $400, a $1,600, and a $5,000. In this, you'll journey from gifter, builder, guide to legend on each of the 4 boards. And on your journey through your boards in the first round, you will receive gifts along the way totaling $42,700. And that's not a typo, that is for real. And then when you're on your perpetual journey, your gifts will total almost $50,000. And this can repeat over and over and over, provided you follow the guidelines and you come and you be engaged with this community. And if you follow the simple guidelines, you will be successful. And get ready for the ride of your life. So here we've got the legend in the middle, your 2 guides on either side, your builders on either side of them, and your gifters. So you will start, let's just say, in gifter position number 1. You will get signed up either by the person that invited you, or you'll end up signing yourself up. You will get a unique referral link or an inviter link. So you will receive that link. When you click on the link, it will take you to a sign up page. You put in all your relevant information. while I've got everyone's attention, make sure that the password is digits or letters only, so no special characters. And when you're entering your phone number, make sure it's just the number. So no brackets or dashes or hyphens or anything like that. Then once you signed up, you'll go to your screen that shows you boards and you will click your board. Once you've clicked your board, you will see it says view board. And when you click on view board, this is what you'll see. You'll see yourself, hopefully amongst other gifters, and you will then contact your legend and say, hi, I am a gifter on your bronze board. My username is XYZ. Where are you from and how would you like to receive your gift? It's really important that we use beautiful language, that the tone is full of love and appreciation in, because this is what you're entering into. It's not a banking transaction or a business transaction. You've come into the new world, and that is the world of gifting and the sacred economy. So the legend will say, oh my gosh, I'm from South Africa as well. Let's exchange bank accounts. Here's all my details. Thank you so much for contributing to my dreams. And that you will get confirmed once they've got confirmation of your gift. And then look at this. 8 more gifters will actually come in on both sides of the board, and then the legend will complete it. The legend actually goes off the board and everybody else moves up a level. So you will then become a builder, and it is then that's this stage that now, because you're a builder, you are building your mini tribe. So every single one of you that is on this call for the first time, you all have the potential to be a leader, which is so beautiful. The minute that you have your first and your second gifter that have been confirmed, you are a leader. You are a leader because you are leading new people into this beautiful economy. And from there, you're going to have 8 more people that come onto the board. Once the board is full, the legend will complete and you'll move up a level into the guide position. Now, your 2 gifters would have followed you into the builder position. And this is where you are guiding your builders now and helping them in order to get their gifters. And we've got such a beautiful amount of education and tools to use that your success really depends on your willingness to learn and participate. So once all of these 8 gifters are in, the board flips or spins, that's what we like to say, and then you will finally land up in a legend position. Now, this is where life gets very exciting. And when you get your first gifter on the board, it is like all the Christmases you've ever had in your whole life in one day, in one present. And even if it's just $100, it means so much more than that. So you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and $800 from all of the beautiful gifters that are on your board. And remember, they're as a result of you building your tribe and everybody working together as a team in order to get these boards full and flipped. So let's just look at that again. You would have received $800 in your first round. Now what you're going to do is you're going to hold back $400 so you can get into your next round. And you are going to hold back $100 to get into that perpetual bronze board. So that beautiful perpetual word there again, which I'll unpack in a second, which means that in your first round, you get to keep $300. So you get your $100 gift back and you get $200 extra that you never had before. And all you did was you trusted the person that invited you. You took the next step and shared it with people that trusted you. And now you are in the plus. And it just gets better and better. So on your perpetual board now, remember you've gifted $100. So you start off right in the gifter position again. And this is why we laugh when people say pyramid or Ponzi, because there's nobody at the top. There's no top leaders. Everybody has an opportunity. So no matter who you are or where you're sitting, whether you were the first one that joined this or the last one, everybody will start as a gifter if they are willing to gift $100 to stay within the program. So the beautiful thing now is on your perpetual board, you no longer have to bring 2 people. That's already sorted. You're in a position where you are now helping the people that came in underneath you and those people underneath them. But when you go from gifted to builder to guide to legend and you receive your $800, this time round, you only have to use $100 out of that to put back in so you can go onto your next board and you just carry on over and over again. So once you've completed your first bronze board and you go on to the next one, you will always get to keep $700. And that's just the first board. So it's like a Ferris wheel. You just get on and you ride over and over again to infinity. Our next board is our silver board. There you enter with $400. And when you get from gifted to builder to guide and then to legend, you will exit now with $3,200. I mean, how exciting is that? So exactly the same process. Each time 8 gifters come in, you'll move up a level and then you'll get to legend. You'll receive $3,200. And this time round, you hold back $1,600 for that beautiful shiny gold board, and then $400 for your perpetual board. So from the $3,200, you're going to be using $2,000 to move on, but you still get to keep $1,200. So remember, first round, you got to keep $300. Second round, you get to keep $1,200. And you're still in the activity and things are going well because everybody is excited. Everybody that you've brought in is now seeing your movement, and it gives them the energy and the fuel to share this from the heart and get even more people involved. So not only the bronze board is perpetual, your silver board is perpetual too. So same as I explained before, you start at the bottom as a gifter, you gift your legend $400, and when you get to legend yourself, you get to keep $2,800 now, because all you need is that $400 to go back in perpetually. And this keeps repeating over and over again. As long as each time you get to join a board, you are able to gift that legend so that you can carry on. Now the gold board, $1,600 entry. And when you go through all of the steps, all of the levels, gifter, builder, guide to legend, you now leave with $12,800. Not $1,280, $12,800. That is where I can't stop smiling. So of that $12,800, you'll now hold back $5,000 for your fourth and final platinum board. And then you hold back $1,600 for that gold board. And a lot of you are thinking, oh my goodness, I have to give $6,600 away. But yes, even when you do that, you still get $6,200 in your pocket to use whichever way you wish. Remember, you've decided how you'd like to receive your gifts. So whether they're in Wise or your bank account or crypto, you get to do whatever you want with the $6,200. So I don't care where you are in the world, even if you are in a country that has dollars, that is some serious money to play with, which is amazing. And not only that, you get the perpetual board too. So you'll start as a gifter again, gift your $1,600 to that legend, and each round you now get to keep $11,200 in your pocket for as long as you wish. And like Ange said, you can leave this in your will to get passed to generations to come. And lastly, my favorite board, the fifth and final 5,000 platinum board. You enter with $5,000, and when you exit, you will be $40,000 more abundant than you were before you started. So you have completed round one. You hold back $5,000 for your perpetual board, and now you get to keep $35,000 in your pocket over and over and over again, provided that when you complete your first board, you click join so you can join the other board and you gift the legend. And that is how we keep this beautiful, beautiful activity going perpetually over and over again, forever and ever. So just to recap, you've got your $100 bronze board where you enter with $100 and exit with 8. You've got your silver 400 board where you enter with 400 and exit with 3,200. You've got your gold board with $1,600 entry and you exit with 12,800. And then lastly, that beautiful platinum baby $5,000 board where you will exit with $40,000. So just to recap, just in case you forgot, summary through your round one is $42,700 of unconditional gifts that are given to you from the heart with so much love. And when you're on your perpetual journey, you will receive $49,700 of unconditional gifts in your pocket over and over again. This is the most beautiful heart-opening experience that I've ever had. And it was the most incredible journey of self-discovery, where I learned that I had a lot of blocks that I was able to work through around inviting people, being judged. And then when your friends start receiving, you're like, I don't care about being judged. I need to share this with the world. If you don't like it, that's fine, but we've planted a seed. And then getting to receiving. When you get to receiving, something incredible happens, because you realize that you've been a giver all your life and all you've done is help people. And now it's finally returning to you. And it's so beautiful. I've seen so many people in our community cry, whether they're men, women. It really has the ability to just break open your heart no matter what. And Ange, I'm going to hand over to you for the activity guidelines. There you go.
Awesome. Candz, I was a crier. I mean, I couldn't believe that I cried when I got my first $100 gift from Granny Sylvia. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting $100. It felt like, I think it was because I've always felt like I really needed to work hard for money. And so, and also I was skeptical. So when this kind of happened and I got gifted by another person who just, sent me a gift out of the, the love in their hearts, I was like, all blubbery. So yeah, I was one of the criers. Let's just recap this activity guidelines. So on your first cycle through, as Candz was saying, you require 2 people to join you. If you cannot, you are welcome to gift 2 people in. So you might know someone else in the community that doesn't have $100 to join this community. You can use some of the gifts that you receive, that extra 200 that you were going to keep, use that to gift it forward and give someone else the opportunity to join you. If you don't follow these guidelines, if you find that it's there's a block for you at finding 2 people, you won't be, and you get to the legend position after you've received your gifts, you won't be able to advance to the silver level or into the perpetual boards. But what we'll do is just give you, as Candz likes to call it, a sacred pause. People treat this as though it's some terrible punishment, which it's not. It's actually just a way of us saying, that's okay. Just hang on here, take your time, find the people that are going to be like-minded, like-hearted, and want to journey with you. And when you're ready, you can just rejoin again. But in the meantime, the rest of the community can keep flowing through. So you don't have to carry guilt that you're blocking your board. It's the most beautiful thing. So please, when you see that, don't think of it as a punishment for not having 2 people. It's us helping you to make that happen. So to activate your perpetual boards, you need to follow the guidelines, apply to the first cycle. When you get those, your 8 gifters, they've been confirmed, the algorithm is going to automatically place you into the perpetual boards, and Candz has broken that down for us so beautifully. And that's really as simple as it is. Gift someone $100, bring 2 people. You can move up through the boards. You don't have to bring people again. It's going to allow you to be in the perpetual system. And this is what makes it unique, really makes us unique. We have it's very user-friendly. Our website is super, super simple. There's no extra fluff around that's there to confuse you. It's gifting and receiving, who you need to give to, who you need to receive from. You'll have your own personal profile. It's informative, easy to use. I've just spoken about that fail-safe system where the algorithm is in place to look after new members, but also to make sure that those who've been on the boards already are also taken care of. So algorithm keeps the boards moving. It's taking care of the participants. And then of course we have cross-pollination, which means that once you've gone through your bronze board, you are going to be bouncing about, playing in fields with people from around the globe, which is fantastic for some people, because some people are on bronze boards and they don't love the people who are journeying with them. It's fun, to hang there forever. And for those of you who like to stick tight to your teams, if you come from those kinds of building spaces, this is going to give you the opportunity to expand a little bit and to, expand your world and to bring in some new people. We've got some very simple guidelines that we all have to adhere to, and this just really keeps the community together. Of course, you are not limited to 2 invitees, although you only require 2 on each profile. If you want to invite more people, please do that and share them with the community, and let's just keep growing and building together. There's fast tracking, which I'm not going to unpack for you now. For those of you who are new, we'll talk about that in training, and that's something that's coming soon. That's also really exciting. And then, of course, we've got a support bot. So right now, the bot is some of us on this call, the support team. And if you go onto the website and you are unsure of something, you're going to log your request there. And this week we are focusing on stuff, which you're going to talk about it now, that we really want you to log with our support team, as well as reporting any kind of misconduct that you may experience. So all of these things make this super unique to any gifting activity that I've ever heard of. I mean, I'm not super informed when it comes to gifting activities, but some of our leadership on here are super, super informed and have been around the block for many, many, many years, and they are here and they can tell you that this is certainly unique. So, Candz, I think, the thing that is really important, and I love Weegs' explanation of this, is that there's no guarantees. How many of us take our gym memberships with this great New Year's resolution to get a 6-pack and do all of that? But if you don't show up at the gym and you don't actually do the crunchies, you're not going to get the 6-pack. So it really is, every person will have their own experience. What you put in is what you will get out. And also just to remind you that it's every individual participant's responsibility to ensure that you are compliant in your country when it comes to your tax laws. Gift of Legacy is a decentralized platform, and there is no third-party affiliation, ownership, or partnership. That's what we've been saying. No third party, no middleman. If you are joining Gift of Legacy via a third party, or if someone is building for you, or whatever you may refer to it as, it is at your own risk. We are already experiencing people who've entrusted something to other people and haven't stayed informed. It's fine if someone is helping you to build, but stay informed about what's happening with your gifting activity, because it is 100% peer-to-peer. There's no commissions that need to get paid. There's no funds, any other funds at all that go to this platform, except your $100 gift that you start with. That's always given to the legend on the board. And so please just really be aware of that and spread that to your team. So if someone says, well, I was there and someone was doing this, I don't know anything, that's on them. We've got training available, and it's 100% peer-to-peer. So, Candz, I know we're going to say thank you to those of you who are new tonight, because we want to now spend a little bit of time chatting to our community. But please, if you want to know more, chat to the person who invited you, either to get you started if you've caught this vision right away, or to get some more information. Be informed if you are considering joining our beautiful community.
And make sure to join our Telegram groups. We've got 2 really good official ones. They've got the same coloring as our presentation. The one is an info only. So all the presentations that we do, all the extra information that you need. Like I said, we've got a huge, big community group, which is over 7,000 strong now. So I'm sure one of our wonderful helpers will put that in the chats. I've just opened the chats as well. And then just, I thought the Zooms were on here. We've got Zooms every week as well. Every night, Monday, 8 o'clock is our time. But then we've also got German, Spanish, Finnish. So just reach out on the group, look for your nationality, and we will definitely be able to direct you in the right way. So thank you for joining us. We're just going to take the rest of the time that we've got left just to go through a little bit of community ethos. So I would love to share my screen and just go through something that I absolutely love. It's called the 4 Agreements. And I find that this is really beautiful, and it goes hand in hand with our ethos for our sacred economy. So the first one is, be impeccable with your word. speak with integrity. And that means just speak from your heart with a good heart. Be kind to others as you would like to be kind to yourself. Say only what you mean. Avoid using your word to speak against yourself or gossip about others, and use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. Secondly, don't make assumptions. Find the courage to ask questions and express what you really want. Communication is huge. Communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstandings, sadness, and drama. With just this one agreement, you can completely transform your life. And Ange, because I love you so much, I'm going to let you do the other two.
Don't take anything personally. Yeah, that's a fun one. When there's over 7,000 of us, well, just on the Telegram group, but nothing others do is because of you. People, if they want to come in and kind of be rude, that's what they're going to do. It's not on you. So return to sender with consciousness attached if you find that this is a space where you are experiencing any harshness. We're going to talk about that a little bit now. And what others say and do is a projection of their own reality and their own dreams. So when you're immune to those opinions, when you stay laser focused on why you're here and what is it that you're wanting to do in your life, then it makes it a bit easier not to take things personally. And always do your best. That's all you can really do. Your best is going to change from moment to moment. It will be different when you're healthy as opposed to when you're sick under any circumstances. Just do the best that you can and avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and neglect. And also keep in mind that when people are on your boards, generally speaking, they're doing the best that they can do as well. It's been a tough time for so many people the last 2 years. And we often get on a board and all we see is, why haven't you gifted me? Why can't I get hold of you? Why? And we forget that not everyone has Wi-Fi all the time. Not everyone's in our time zone. Not everyone, there's lots of things that might not be what we have and the privileges that all of us might have. And so just be patient with one another. Candz, do we want to talk about some of the things that we've been experiencing today?
Yeah, it's actually been amazing how, a gift of legacy has a consciousness all on its own, and it's created beautiful areas for us to focus on that we weren't prepared for coming into this. So say, for example, the support group. We had to put a support group together at the last minute when we realized migration was going to be an issue. And then that grew into support with all the glitches that all the small little glitches that we're having. This program's only a week old, so there are going to be glitches. And it's just so amazing how the support team was already together and strong and united. And thank goodness for that, because we've got an inside eye as to what's going on out there. And it is scary. It's scary. We come on in the evenings and we show each other so much love. We speak about being connected from the heart. And I'd say a very large majority of us are like that. And I truly believe that is why we are here. We are here to shine light on the darkness, no matter how you see it. So if you are on boards where people are being rude to you, don't get offended. Like Ange said, don't take it personally. Go back to your why. Go back to why you are here. Because maybe you are the light that they need to see. And you need to open their hearts. And only you can do it. So just a little bit of patience. Ask people if they understand what's going on. A lot of the time, they don't even know what's going on and they haven't been educated enough. So, one of the examples was that a lot of people are complaining, saying, these people don't know anything on my board. They don't want to be here. They don't understand. And when we call them and we've taken it down a notch and we're in a more understanding space, it turns out that they do want to be there. They just don't understand anything. And we really rely on our community to be there and educate them. It's not only about the people that are bringing in people that are responsible for teaching them. If they've landed on your board, that's your mini community right there. And it's so beautiful, all the WhatsApp groups that have been created and all of the hype that's around that. It's so nice that people are excited and they want to build these communities. And that's where you start. You start on the bronze board with 7 people that are bringing in their 8 gifters. And that is the first little family that was created. And I've been on a couple of groups that the board splits. And these people all want to stay on the same group. And you have to say no, because otherwise we're going to have another huge group. So these small groups are created and then handed down to the next generation of gifters and the next generations of boards. So it's really important that we just help each other out. I mean, I've got people on the board that are from an African country that don't speak English, but I've got Google Translate, and I'm going to do my very best to make sure that they understand their role. And we've got a beautiful presentation. There's a video and there's a PDF on your roles as you move through the boards. So I'm going to hand over to Ange because she's like really in the front line there. And we've seen some very scary stuff that we feel like we need to share.
Yeah. So along with being patient and stuff, there are people who are actually abusive in this community. And when we were on our support call this morning, you know, here's the thing, that if that's someone is doing that to you, or if you're on this call and you are being mean with other people, we get to see it, we get to hear about it. And so, and we will expose that, because this community is about caring for one another, not abusing one another. So for example, we had emails, we got a number of emails where people have been trying to get hold of their legend, haven't got that happened within, an hour or so. And A didn't even approach the legend saying, hi, I'm from Gift of Legacy, I'm the gifter on your board, or not even the gifter, it could be someone else on the board who's trying to sort of take control. And then has launched into, this board is effed up and where are you? And you're not, just full scale attacks. And the legend is sitting in another country and they wake up to full scale onslaught, abuse. There is this happening as well. I want you to know that if that is happening to you, let us know on the support bot. Make sure you have shots of that and send it to us, because I assure you that we will not stand for that behavior in this community at all, because we're not a business that is cutthroat and mean to one another. We are here to support and grow and encourage one another. So if you've received those, don't even entertain it. You can go back and say, thank you very much, where are you from? But you take a screenshot and you send it to us to deal with, and we will absolutely handle that for you. And then in the same breath, if that is who you are and you're in this community and you have landed in the wrong place, feel free to leave if you're unhappy. But this community is about love and care and gifting and receiving, and we will not stand for anything else. I'm sorry to be really harsh about that, but I want you to know we will not put up with it. I mean, look, you've got a whole flipping host of Scorpios in leadership roles. Good luck getting away with that stuff. Anyway, so that's out of the way. Please just know that you don't need to put up with that nonsense, all right? You just let us know and we'll handle it. But that is the minority. So that's the good news. Generally we find, and we're finding this on the Telegrams groups as well. And in life, you will find this. People will moan when something isn't working, but they very seldom say when something is working, because it's meant to work, right? So when you're at work even, people don't tell you the whole time how great you are and how well you're doing. They just really let you know when things are not working or when you're not getting it right. We're trying to not be that community. And in fact, very soon, we'll start asking you guys to share your stories. So when you are on the Telegram groups, go on and try and balance out. Yes, we want to hear any of the things that are not running smoothly, because we are constantly refining and wanting to make it better. So it's important to hear those. But then when there are people just slagging it out, ignore them, remove them, do whatever, but post your good news stories so that the light can always shine brighter, which it will do. But you guys are here every single night. And so tell your stories. Tell your stories.
Can I also ask, and I mean, we'll remind everybody, that big Telegram group of 7,000 strong, there's a lot of new people that are joining. So, if you want to moan on that group, just remember your new invitees could also land up there and see how you're behaving. So we've got the support bot. It's on the website, giftoflegacyglobal.com. If you've got any gripes, can we please take them off Telegram and put them into the support bot? because nobody likes to hear negativity, you know, and there is no place for it. We are changing the world here, and we can only do that with positivity. So yes, we acknowledge that there's a few teething problems. We're not denying that. And we acknowledge that we've had to change things last minute here and there. But it's just for the benefit of the program. And because we made that uniform decision to launch in January rather than wait until it was perfect. And everybody wanted that to happen. So we're not saying don't be negative. If you've got a gripe and you need to air it, please don't keep it in. But Telegram's not the place to do it. Not the place to do it at all. It just, negativity feeds negativity. And likewise, positivity feeds positivity. And we've been doing this for a week. There are a lot of you that have spun boards, flip boards. Let's keep Telegram as a space for sharing the magic, because that's where our new people are coming, and we want the magic. We want to show them that they're leaving the corporate 3D old way of living for a new beginning of new possibilities and what else is really possible. So
Absolutely.
let's do that.
Absolutely, Candz. I mean, I subscribe to this, actually George in our community introduced me to Epoch Times, and you know that you get all of the stories, but then there's one publication that's something, it's like it's bright, it's good news stories, and I was like, oh wow, this is amazing, there's someone telling good news. And even just reading the first line, I felt myself expanding and just feeling light and bright. And that's what we want to do. We want to create some light and bright. And you know, we know that a lot of people are just posting and whatever because they're afraid, because they're desperate. And so we are understanding of that always. But let's just show up then and show them what is possible. So bring your light to the forefront. And certainly there is the website with that little speaker, to get hold of us or anyone else. And you've got some
I think in closing, I asked Chrissy on our launch, well, before our launch, we asked her to make a beautiful poem for us. And because of what we're talking about with the ethos of gifting and sacred economy, I would love for Chrissy to read the poem for her. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen so that you can all read the words while she recites it. So she made it from her heart with absolute love. Can you guys see that?
It's not up there. It is. So the poem is, we are the ones that the world has been waiting for. It is with the like-minded and like-hearted that the sacred economic paradigm shift got started. A whisper of unity, oneness, and love sent to us as a reminder across the ocean waters upon the wings of a peace dove. It was a tsunami of love, a wave of infinite possibilities that just a few did catch, but they took inspired right action. It was because they were all a vibrational match. The call to ride these boards of abundance went out across a global pool, utilizing brilliant algorithms as their modern tool. They shared that this well-kept secret had already changed millions of lives. There was great power in being decentralized. So thousands and thousands were instantly magnetized. It was said that just 2 sacred invitations would have the power to uplift entire nations. So servant leaders came from far and wide with intentions of collaboration, co-creation, and cross-pollination. They assisted in elevating our trust and belief to the level of faith that with each and every small step that one takes on this long-term journey from gifter to builder to guide to legend, that our dreams would become a reality and that we would all be able to build our own legacy. They shouted, we are the ones that the world has been waiting for. Gift of legacy has been sent to us from the heavens above. All we have to do is shine our collective light and continue to plant those seeds of love. Just get out of those heads and drop into those hearts, humanity.
Oh, we lost you, Chrissy. Your sound is gone. Whenever Chrissy speaks, and it's
Lives.
very high vibration
We are
stuff,
truly
this is-
shifting and uplifting.
Chrissy, we lost you for a second. Won't you take it back to just get out of your heads? We lost you from there.
Oh my goodness, such a high vibration. That happens a lot with me, doesn't it? Just get out of those heads and drop into those hearts, humanity. The love-based paradigm shift is this. The more that is given, the more is received. This is true equanimity. Anchor in this ancient knowing, it is through this sacred gifting that our friends, families, and communities' lives, we are truly shifting and uplifting.
Beautiful.
Oh,
So
I
beautiful.
just love that. It is so beautiful. So beautiful.
Thank you, Chrissy.
And that takes us to the end. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be posting a little bit of a glossary of language. We just ran out of time to do that this evening. It's just moving away from the old way of speaking to one another to the new way. So just a perfect example, pay is not a word we use in gifting. We use gift. So it will take a while. We also had to learn all these words. So we'll be
We're not
distributing.
recruiting.
Yeah, not recruiting.
inviting.
Inviting.
You don't have prospects. You have invitees. Yeah. Paradigm shift.
Yeah, we'll send out that list just to help you guys with the language. And again, remember, all of you are leaders, and we depend on all of you to teach, to teach, to teach, so everybody can teach and teach and teach. We are not rescuers here. We are empowerers. And
Yes.
we need to get out of the mindset of rescue, because that's the old way. Everybody can participate in their own rescue and join us on the journey of becoming conscious billionaires.
Yes. Candz, don't you want to say that thing that you always say, that little, you know, that little closey thingy? Have you got it close by? It's so pretty.
Hold on, I'll
I'm
find
putting
it.
you on the spot.
I'll find it. We are the light bringers, the magic makers, the world shifters, the game shakers. We challenge you, we uplift you, and we change you. We will not let you play small with your life. These heartbeats are your family. These heartbeats are your tribe. So we will see you tomorrow, same time. And I think we've got Petra and Tim tomorrow. So looking
Yay.
very forward to that. And we love you. Thank you so much for the love and the energy. And we look forward to seeing you again. Mwah.
Mwah. Love you, McCanns. Thank you.
Love you, my little Afla. Thank you, Chrissy.
Thank you,
Beautiful.
Chrissy.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
So stunning.
Everyone.
Tsunami of love.
Tsunami of
Bye.
love.
Night,
You
everyone.
guys.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Hi, P.
Bye.
Love you,
Love you guys.
Thank you for the lovely
Bye, Christine, for the poem.
Thank you.
Bye.
This is my favorite part.
There's the sheep. There are the sheep.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.